$42,000 on a Tuesday in front of a live chat that was actively begging him not to do it. Blueface, Jonathan Porter to the government, walked into a jeweler's shop with a pregnant girlfriend, a house he hasn't bought yet, a lie detector test he hasn't taken yet, and a baby whose name he already changed once. And somewhere between the tennis chain and the amethyst pendant, y'all, he actually cornered himself on camera and didn't even flinch. This wasn't a shopping trip. This was a stress test disguised as a date. And the receipt at the end? Nah, we gotta talk about the receipt. Real quick before we get into it. If you rock with the unfiltered breakdowns nobody else is brave enough to run, tap the like, hit subscribe, ring the bell. You'll keep this thing alive. Now let's peel this back layer by layer, because I promise the shopping isn't even the story. Setting. A jewelry store streamed live to Blueface's own audience. Present in frame, Blueface, his current girlfriend Nevaeh Akira, reportedly 32 weeks pregnant with a baby boy due August 24th. The jeweler, in a chat room full of viewers who watched the total climb in real time. On the table, multiple tennis chains, a heart-shaped pendant, birthstone pieces, rings that had to be resized because you're losing weight, and one Tiffany choker that got roasted into oblivion. The number quoted out loud, more than once on stream, with witnesses, $42,000. Then it climbed. Then he negotiated. Then he agreed. And the whole time, chat was typing one thing in unison: house first. Hold that number. We're coming back for it. Let's start with what actually got said. Not what the internet spun. What came out of mouths. Straight off the live stream. Blueface, talking to nobody in particular but everybody at once. I make the purses in this expletive name. Then, later, when the jeweler pitched him the fourth chain, I don't want one head ass. Okay, that's the tone. That's the energy. He's in a jewelry store on live stream, and he's clowning himself in the third person. Nevaeh, meanwhile, is quiet, picking hearts over baguettes, getting told her neck is a little ass neck. Real dialogue, not paraphrased. Then this one, the one that made the whole clip go sideways. Blueface to Nevaeh about the pending paternity situation. We ain't got to make sure baby's worth it. If she passed the lie detector test, for sure gonna get that expletive. But if she fail, and then he catches himself mid-sentence, softens it, keeps it moving. But the sentence started. You can't unstart a sentence like that on a public stream. Wild. The jeweler trying to close the bag, catching a whole telenovela in the process. Don't think. Don't tink. You trust me. Don't tink. That's not a punchline. That's a man watching his commission wobble in real time. And Nevaeh, who's been running her own lives lately trying to clean up the timeline, was asked her due date. She said August 24th. She said she's 32 weeks. Him being 4 pounds. All of it verified by an ultrasound clip she posted separately, in which a professional confirmed conception around December 1st, 2025. A conception window that lands almost exactly 1 month after Blueface got out of prison. Which is a timeline. Just let those quotes sit for a second, because none of them are the loudest thing in the room. The loudest thing in the room is the chat. And chat was screaming. All right, now connected. Blueface came home from that 22-month bid late 2025. According to reporting from XXL, he ran through the rebound circuit fast. Hazel first, then Nevaeh Akira. The conception date on Nevaeh's ultrasound? December 1st, 2025. So the math from welcome home party to positive test on live stream is, hand to God, less than 30 days. That's not a coink. I'm not going to say it. That's a pattern. Because if you've been watching this man's post-prison run, you know he doesn't do slow. Everything's a sprint. Everything's a stream. Which brings us back to the store. That deleted, then reposted energy hangs over the entire visit. Because, and this is the part nobody's really highlighting, the baby's name in this live stream is Jonathan. But 2 weeks earlier? 2 weeks earlier the internet was calling that baby Solar. Blueface convinced Nevaeh to change it. To Jonathan Jr., his own name. The same name Chrisian Rock already gave her son with him. Chrisian Malone Jr., who Blueface people called Jesus, who was born while both parents were incarcerated and briefly placed in CPS custody. Read that again. He's naming 2 baby boys after himself from 2 different women in a 2-year span, while a third woman, Jaden Alexis, mother of his older kids, is publicly wishing them nothing but the best. Actually, hold on, back up. This part is the part. Because the jewelry visit isn't happening in a vacuum. It's happening between 2 live-streamed crises. A, the December conception math that fans are still arguing about. And B, a scheduled lie detector test that Nevaeh reportedly booked herself in Indiana, apparently without waiting for him. That's the context you're watching him spend $42,000 in. That is the emotional weather in that shop. So when Blueface tells the jeweler on his own stream that if she fails the polygraph, he's not buying her the last piece, that's not a joke. That's a contingency clause being negotiated on stream in front of the woman it applies to while she's picking out earrings. I had to sit with that. Zoom in. 3 fragments, all from the same clip. Fragment 1, the ring resize. Watch it back. He tells the jeweler she was a size 9. Now she's between 8 and 8.5 because, quote, you lose the finger during pregnancy. Then, later, casually, you're losing weight again. She says no. He says yes. The jeweler quietly measures her at a 10. 9, 8.5, 10, 3 different sizes floated in one visit. That's not a ring conversation. That's a body surveillance conversation dressed up as jewelry sizing. And chat clocked it in real time. Fragment 2, the birthstone drift. He asks the jeweler her birthstone. She's a diamond baby, March. He gets his own confused, thinks he's Aquarius, corrects to Garnet, January. Fine. Then he pivots. Why do you want blue everywhere? Everything blue. And she nods. Everything blue. On the ring he's designing for her. His color. His brand. His name on the pendant. His name on the baby. His color on her finger. I had to read that section 3 times. That's not a gift. That's a flag being planted. Fragment 3, the chat as jury. Every time Blueface teased buying another piece, the on-screen chat lit up with the same 2 words repeated by hundreds of people at once. House first. He acknowledged it, called out individual usernames, shouted out Hog003, clocked SEMA5461, said, y'all really on my expletive right now. He heard them. He read them. He kept swiping the card. And that's the forensic detail that matters most, because Blueface's own mansion is currently sitting on the market for $1.25 million in Santa Clarita, a house he listed after a judge ordered him to pay $131,000 in a defamation judgment. He's selling one house, hasn't bought the next one, spent $42,000 on chains, and told the jeweler, I need money too. His words, on stream, look, I'm not the finance guy. But if you're liquidating a mansion and telling your jeweler you need money in the same breath you're dropping 42 racks. Nah, real talk, that's not a flex. That's a tell. Here's where it gets fun, because different rooms told this story very differently. Room 1, the fan pages and gossip aggregators. The Instagram real economy, Blue Rock Tea, all about the tea, the whole ecosystem, framed the jewelry trip as cute drama. Baby mama in waiting getting spoiled. Chat overreacting. Blueface just being Blueface. That framing does one thing really well. It protects the entertainment value. It sells the man as a lovable mess. Keep watching. Keep tuning in. Don't ask the hard question. Room 2. The legacy outlets. Hot 97 and Complex went the opposite direction. Clinical, receipts, timelines, quotes from Jaden Alexis wishing them well through a straight face. Their framing is journalism adjacent. Here's what happened. Here's who said what. We're not editorializing. Which sounds neutral until you notice what it strips out. The pattern. Room 3. The paternity commentary channels. This is where things got sharp. Multiple channels have surfaced a man reportedly named Nova claiming paternity and asking Blueface to call him. Nevaeh herself said on Livestream she'd take a DNA test the moment the baby is born to put all of this to rest. That's the shadow hanging over every single second of that jewelry footage. Chat knows it. Blueface knows it. She knows it. The jeweler probably knows it. Nobody says it out loud until Blueface, mid-transaction, brings it up himself. On his own stream. Unprompted. Now, the loudest counter-narrative I keep hearing goes like this. He's happy. She's happy. Leave him alone. Let the man buy his girl some chains. And honestly, steel money that for a second, yeah. He's a grown man. She's a grown woman. His money. Her body. Their baby. Not our business. Fair. But that's the argument that only holds up if you ignore the stream itself. Because he's the one who put it on camera. He's the one who mentioned the lie detector. He's the one who tied the last piece of jewelry to a polygraph result out loud. He's the one who wants the whole audience in the room. So the moment he made it public property, the analysis became public property. That's just how the live stream contract works. You can't broadcast the negotiation and then complain about the review. Here's where I lose some of y'all. That's fine. The mainstream read on this clip is Blueface is being reckless with money. That's the surface take. Every commentary channel is running some version of it. The house, the lawsuits, the $131,000 judgment, the mansion for sale, the $42,000 at the jeweler. Reckless spender. Bad with money. Same story we've been telling about him since 2019. Here's the version I keep coming back to instead. Blueface isn't burning money. He's performing solvency. That whole jewelry visit, that's not a shopping trip. That's a live stream product. The chat is the audience. The jeweler is the co-star. The chains are the props. Nevaeh, and I say this with zero disrespect, is the emotional anchor that keeps you watching for the full 30 minutes. The stream is the business. And the more chaotic the room gets, the more the chat screams house first. The more he flirts with the polygraph threat, the more Nevaeh looks uncomfortable in half the frames. The more the algorithm feeds it into people's timelines. Look at the ecosystem. His mansion is on the market. He recently paid a $131,000 defamation ruling. He came off a 22-month sentence with all the industry momentum evaporated. Radio isn't spinning him. Labels aren't racing to sign him. There is no touring machine backing him up. What's left? The live stream. The live stream is the last liquid asset. And the live stream requires volatility to monetize. So the $42,000 isn't the problem. It's the content. And the paternity anxiety isn't a private wound. It's the engagement engine. And the baby name flipped from Solar to Jonathan Jr. isn't sentimentality. It's a narrative hook that guarantees Krazian Rock and Jaden Alexis get pulled back into the conversation for free. Now, is he conscious of all this? Some of it. Not all of it. Nobody plays 4D chess in a jewelry store at 32 weeks pregnant. But the muscle memory is real. This is a man who's been monetized for scandal for 6 years running. His nervous system knows what pays. When chat says, house first, his brain doesn't hear a warning. His brain hears a retention metric climbing. That's the read the industry won't print. Because printing it means admitting the whole rap-adjacent creator economy runs on this exact loop. Chaos, camera, cash out, repeat. And Nevaeh? Nevaeh is caught in a machine she didn't build. Whether the baby is his or not. And I hope for that child's sake, it's a clean story. She's currently the primary retention asset on somebody else's channel. That's a rough place to be pregnant. The jeweler said it best without knowing he said it. Don't think. Don't think. That's the entire business model right there. Don't think. Just watch. Just tip. Just tune in tomorrow. So where does this actually go? 3 roads. The path most likely to land. The lie detector goes forward. The results are messy. Messy meaning inconclusive, cherry-picked, disputed on Instagram lives from both sides. And Blueface uses the ambiguity to keep the story alive for another 6 weeks. Watch how he'll frame it. It won't be a clean pass or a clean fail. It'll be a we're figuring out on camera arc that carries him straight through the August due date. By the time the baby actually arrives, we'll be on the 3rd round of live stream apologies and the 4th round of merch drops. Bank it. The path that flips the table. Nevaeh walks. Publicly. Midstream. Mid-argument. On her own channel with her own audience because she has one now and she's been building it fast. Don't be shocked when she pulls the same move Krazian pulled 2 years back. Separates the brand. Keeps the baby. Keeps the co-parenting content. And turns the trauma into her own monetization vertical. That's the play with the highest ceiling for her. Every time she goes live solo, the numbers say she can carry the story without him. Once that math becomes undeniable to her, it's over. And Blueface loses the only remaining engagement engine he's got. The aftershock 5 years out. This is the one nobody wants to sit with. In 5 years, the culture won't remember the 42,000 or the amethyst pendant or the chat screaming house first. What we'll remember is a generation of young men who watched a rapper broadcast his own paternity anxiety live on camera as content and internalized that as the template. That's the residue, not the diamonds. The precedent. We are building a permanent record of the ugliest private moments in these kids' lives. Krazian Jr., Solar/Jonathan, whoever comes next, and calling it entertainment. In 5 years, those kids will be old enough to Google their own conception. Sit with that. None of this is fixable from the outside, but the machine is going to keep feeding until somebody in that room, probably Nevaeh, if I had to guess, decides the camera isn't a friend anymore. And when she does, the whole shop lights up different. That's the read you're not getting anywhere else. And if you made it this far, you already know the drill. Smash the like, subscribe, hit the bell, and drop your take in the comments. Do you think Nevaeh walks first, or does Blueface? I'm reading every reply. Next one's already loading. Let's go.